Hello, and today we're going to be making paneer butter masala, another favorite dish in India that everybody really loves. Of course, paneer is the Indian cottage cheese that is a staple of vegetarians in India. And the other thing we're going to be making is a sabji to go along with that. Sabji means vegetable in Hindi, and our sabji will be potato and green beans. This is summer, and this is what we have available in the market. And of course, we'll have our side of basmati rice and a little kind of cooling yogurt to go along with that, which if you've been following along, you notice that we always have a rice and a yogurt to go along with our two dishes. Let's get started by cutting up the vegetables. We'll start with our veggies. We're going to have here's our green beans, fresh from the market, tomatoes. Let's get our ginger and our potatoes. So we're going to get these ready. Start by peeling the ginger. We want to get enough, about maybe 2 tablespoons of ginger. So whatever it takes to get that much, go ahead and peel. Okay, now that we have the ginger all peeled, let's grate it. You could chop the ginger if you want into really, really fine pieces, but I like to grate it because I like it super fine. Once you get the ginger grated, go ahead and pull it out, set it aside. Okay, then we'll chop our tomatoes. We need 4 tomatoes for the buttered paneer masala. We need 4 tomatoes for that, and then we need 1 tomato for the green beans and potatoes. Go ahead and chop these, just coarsely chopped. Everything's been washed. So you want to wash your veggies before you get started. Whatever they got out there in the farm, we get. And this one we're going to set aside for the green beans and potatoes. Okay, let's just put this aside. So this is going to be for our potato, and this for our sabji. Next, let's peel the potato. So now that you got potatoes peeled, let's go ahead and dice them. Okay. Dice them up. So you get little dices like this for your potato, just so it looks like that. And last, let's take care of the string beans. Okay. You know what I think we'll do? We'll go like this. We'll take them, put them over here, and the ones we want, we're just gonna break them into little bite-sized pieces like this. You can break off the ends and just break them. Just check for any, if there's any bad parts, you wanna just keep those out. Okay, so we're done cutting up our vegetables. We have, it looks like about maybe 2 cups of green beans, 4 tomatoes, and 1 tomato. So we have 4 for the buttered paneer masala and 1 for the veggies. And then we have 2 diced tomatoes, 2 diced potatoes, and it looks like maybe 1.5 tablespoons of fresh ginger. And we're ready to start cooking. Okay, so we're gonna start off with my favorite, ghee, of course. I love ghee. Use it in everything, but I'm also going to add for a little flavor. I'm going to add something else as well. So we're going to start here with ghee, and this is the pan, about 1 tablespoon of ghee for the buttered paneer masala. And what would buttered paneer masala be without butter? So we're going to put in about 1 tablespoon of butter. And then come over here to the vegetable pan. We're going to put in again 1 tablespoon of ghee and I'm going to add some flavoring to it. I'm going to add some mustard oil. This is really great for cooking and adds a very unique flavor. So we're going to use just about a tablespoon of mustard oil. So, okay, let's start with the buttered paneer masala. Let's turn on the heat. Turn it down just a little bit to about medium. And then to this we're going to add 2 red chilies, 2 dried chilies, a bay leaf. That's an Indian bay leaf, not to be confused with an Italian bay leaf. About 2 teaspoons of ginger, fresh ginger that we chopped up. So I'm going to be adding Indian cinnamon. So about an inch of that, then 2 cloves. 2 cloves. Don't let it burn. Oops. Mix it. We're going to add about a third of a cup of raw cashews. Stir it around. And the 4 tomatoes. Put in the 4 tomatoes, the 4 diced tomatoes. There you go. Give that a nice stir. Let that cook for on a medium-low heat for maybe 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. You just want to make sure that we reduce the tomatoes down until they get nice and soft. Now let's turn our attention over to the sabji, the potatoes and green beans. Turn the heat on. Medium high. Fresh ginger. So again, about 2 teaspoons fresh ginger and the juice that was left over. Cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon. Black mustard seeds. These are very uniquely Indian. You get these a lot in Indian food, and they're black mustard seeds. Let the seeds cook so they start to sputter and they release their fragrance. And then we're going to add in our 1 diced tomato. Give that a nice stir. Make sure it doesn't burn. Make sure it's not too high. Stir this for about 5 minutes till the tomatoes soften. And over here, the same thing. These tomatoes, just let them stir. Stir them and let them just reduce. Get nice and soft. You know what? While we're doing that, let's prepare our rice. I've got half a cup of rice in here. This is for 2 people. This is going to be feeding a lot more than 2 people, but don't forget, this is all we eat. Devin is the only one who really eats the rice. So we've just got half a cup of rice. I'm going to rinse it 3 times. Then I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of ghee, some pink Himalayan salt, and to half a cup of rice, I'm going to cook it with about a cup and a quarter of water. So first, let's rinse this. You want to keep stirring frequently just to make sure that nothing's burning. Looks good. Turn down the heat if you need to. In fact, you might want to keep the heat low if it starts to burn too much. Okay, the sabji, the tomatoes have softened quite a bit, and it's time to add the potatoes, your diced potatoes, 2 diced potatoes. About 2 cups of bite-sized green beans. Okay, stir these to coat, to mix well. And then let's add some more spiciness to this. This looks great. I can't wait to try that. Eat that. That's going to be good. Okay, these are looking nice. These are softening up good. Okay, to our sabji, we're going to add a teaspoon of coriander powder. This is coriander. Teaspoon of coriander powder. Teaspoon of turmeric. And a teaspoon of chili powder. About a teaspoon of salt. And some fresh cracked black pepper. I love fresh black pepper. About that much. I don't know what that is, but you can do however you like. Let's give this a stir. Stir to mix. Looking good. Looking like Indian vegetables. It's that turmeric that gives it that lovely color and flavor and health benefit. Great way to get turmeric into your diet. Okay, we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of water. Give it another stir. And let's turn the heat low. Cover. And keep an eye on them though. You don't want them burning, but keep it really low. Okay, now that that's done, all that has to do is cook. We can turn our attention to our main dish. Let's add chili. We're going to add a teaspoon of chili. I usually like the Kashmiri red chili, but I don't have any left, so I'm just using regular chili. But if you can get Kashmiri chili, it's really fine. It's got a nice flavor with not a lot of acid-producing upsetness. I like it. Teaspoon of garam masala. We're going to put a teaspoon of that in. This is just a blend, a spice blend. You can make it yourself. It's really nice. We got our turmeric. Let's add turmeric. Teaspoon of turmeric. Let that cook a little bit to take the rawness off the spices. This is one of those recipes that everybody has their own kind of way of doing it. You'll notice most people when they're cooking buttered paneer masala or shahi paneer, they're going to be using onions and garlic. We don't use onions and garlic. We're doing pure veg. That means no onions and no garlic. Let's put some salt in it though. We can have salt. So let's put our salt in there. About 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And again, fresh cracked pepper. Fresh cracked pepper. Okay, let that cook for another minute, and then we're going to start fishing out the big spices. Because we're going to put this through a food grinder, food processor. While we're here, let's check on the vegetables and make sure that they are not overcooking. Or not burning. Oh, they're looking good. Yeah, these are going to be good. Our veggies. I'm going to remove the buttered paneer masala from the stove. Set it over here. Let it cool just a little bit. Let's get started on our rice. We've got rinsed rice. It's basmati rice. I rinsed it 3 times. Now I have, looks like almost a tablespoon of ghee in there and some Himalayan pink salt. So we're going to turn this on and medium heat. Let's cook this. Remove moisture from the rice, from the rinsing. We're going to remove the moisture. Stir it till it sticks a little bit. It's starting to cook on the bottom, stick on the bottom. And to this half a cup of rice, I'm going to add about 1.25 cups of water. Give it a stir. Bring it to a boil and then cover and turn the heat down really low and cook for about 12 minutes. Cover with a tight fitting lid. Turn the heat down really low as you can get it. As low as you can get it. And press start. 12 minutes. Back to our buttered paneer masala. We've got a lot of big chunks of spice in here. I'm going to start pulling these out because we're going to run this through a food grinder. You could actually leave these red chilies if you want it spicy. Tell you, Indonesian spice is easier to pick out than Indian cinnamon because Indian cinnamon is just little pieces. See, little pieces of Indian cinnamon? I think the French use something called a garni bouquet. They wrap their spices in like a cheesecloth, and then they cook it and immerse it into this. And it makes it a lot easier when you're done. You just pull out the little packet of cheesecloth with all your spices in it. Garni bouquet, I believe it's called. But anyhow, I prefer to just dig through and pick out the spices. Well, that's the fun part of eating Indian food. You can bite into these whole spices a lot of times. You're like, what is that? And you look, oh, it's just a clove. It's not a bug, it's a clove. It's okay, you can.
It's still not a fun surprise.
Yeah, oh, there it is. There's the clove, I found it. Okay, we've pulled out all our big spices, so we're good to go. We're gonna put this into a food grinder. Add a little bit of, secret ingredient, ketchup, secret ingredient. I know how much Westerners love their ketchup, so I didn't want to leave that out. A little bit of fresh cream, again about a tablespoon of that. We might be adding more later, but this is just so we can get this mixed up. There you go. You know, it still looks really thick. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that mixture. 1/4 cup of water. Okay. Put the cap on. And we're going to blend it till smooth. Let's take a peek at that. I like to keep my hands on it when I blend so it doesn't go flying all over the kitchen. Oh, that looks nice. That's a nice looking sauce. Okay. So our sauce is ready. Just put this aside. Let's check on the vegetables. Check on the sabji, see if they're getting done. Ooh, these are looking good. If you have to add more water, add more water. You don't want it to burn. These are looking really good. Let's just check on the potato. Oh, they're coming along nice. Actually, these might be ready to pull. How long you have to cook them can also depend on your green beans. Younger, fresher green beans will take less time to cook. So you just want to cook it to how you want to eat it. If you like it really soft, cook them longer. These have been cooking for about 12 minutes now. Keep them covered and let's remove that from the stove. We only have 2 burners, so they're at a premium. We need to start on our paneer. We picked up some fresh paneer at the local market. Let's cut this into whatever size pieces you like. I like the little triangles, so I'm gonna cut them in about, looks like a 1/4 inch. So you get little pieces like this, little triangles. So you get a lot of sauce. These are gonna be swimming in a lot of sauce, which is how I like it. If you can get fresh, you can also make paneer easily with milk and lemon. Milk and lemon juice. You make paneer. It's cottage cheese. That's all it is. Okay, let's move. Our rice is still cooking. Our rice has just about 3 minutes to go, but I'm gonna move it over onto this burner over here. Let it cook there. Bring up this pan that we did the tomatoes in for the paneer butter masala, and we're gonna put another big dollop of butter in there. Maybe another tablespoon of butter. My butter's melting. Well, that might be a little more than it, but that's good. Put that in. Heat that up. Oh, that's on okay. Take your chopped paneer, put that in. So while the paneer is heating, I'm going to work on the dahi, our yogurt, our cooling little yogurt sauce here. So let's pour in our dahi. I'm going to make a sweet dahi today. Okay, let's get this. How's this looking? Oh, this is looking good. Okay, when your paneer is hot, heat it up. Take your sauce that is in your mixer, and we're just going to pour it in there. Ooh, that looks nice. And there is your buttered paneer masala. Turn the heat down. You don't want it too hot. Just real low. Get all the sauce out of there. If you want to thin the sauce, if it's getting a little too thick, you can add some more fresh cream. Yeah, maybe I'll add a little more fresh cream. Oh, our rice is done. If I didn't have that to tell me the rice was done, I would burn the rice every time. Put that aside. Put a little more cream in there, mix it up. And the last thing we're going to add to our buttered paneer masala is some kasuri methi. Again, a very, very unique herb. It is fenugreek leaves, dried fenugreek leaves. Really gives a great flavor. So we're going to add about, just grab a little pinchful like that. Maybe it's about a teaspoon. So we're just going to take them and crumble them up. Put them on. Crumble them up, release the flavor. Stir them in. And there we are. Our buttered paneer masala is all done. Let's put that aside to set, to rest. The last thing I want to do is I want to put some chopped fresh coriander on top of the sabji, on top of the green beans.
That's cilantro.
What did I call it?
Coriander.
It is coriander.
Oh, I thought it was...
It's cilantro in English and coriander. Coriander, I mean, it's both. It's both. Coriander is cilantro, but cilantro we usually think of the leaves. Coriander we usually think of the seeds. The seeds are the seeds of coriander. The seeds of cilantro are coriander. It's the same plant.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Guruji.
No problem. You are forgiven. Okay, get some nice chopped up, and let's go ahead and put those on top of mix them into the sabji, into the veggies. Oh, that looks good. I'm so hungry. When you only have one meal a day, you really look forward to it. And as I said today, I'm going to make a sweet yogurt, just because that's what I like. So I'm going to take a little bit of honey. Oh, about a tablespoon of honey. Put it into about a cup and a half of the yogurt. And cinnamon powder, or dalchini as it's known in Hindi. Dalchini. We're going to put a little bit of that in there. About maybe half a teaspoon. Put that on top. So anyhow, this is a sweet side, so it's going to really complement the very spicy buttered paneer. So that's why I made a sweet yogurt today, a sweet dahi. You can make any way you want. Okay. We did it! Another meal under an hour. There we go. Another meal. But that was a hot in the kitchen today, wasn't it?
I know. I feel hot right now, but I put my beanie on, but I do it for style.
Yeah.
This is actually my favorite meal that you make. I absolutely love this one.
It's a very popular meal in India, buttered paneer masala.
It is.
Very, very popular.
At every dhaba you can find it.
Everybody has their own recipe. Everybody makes it a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully my secret ingredient will separate us out from the crowd.
The secret ingredient?
The secret ingredient
is love. What was I going to ask you?
About the 6 flavor, the 6 tastes of... the reason I made a sweet raita today, because in Ayurveda, each meal should contain 6 flavors. It should have sweet, salty, sour, bitter, astringent, and pungent. You want to have those 6 flavors in your food. I do think we've probably covered all those bases, and I wanted to make sure I got the sweet in, so that's why I made a sweet yogurt.
I see.
Yeah.
This is so good. Oh, I found out from my friend that, you know how we were talking about, we were wondering where the rice comes from because we don't see many rice fields or anything here.
Yeah.
This is Uttar Pradesh is like very much like the plains. Like I would compare it to like Kansas of India.
Breadbasket.
The breadbasket of India.
But not the rice fields.
Not the rice fields though.
Okay.
But I found out that in West Bengal they actually grow a lot of rice.
Oh, wow.
My friend was saying that they grow a lot of rice
Do
there.
they grow the basmati rice there?
I don't
Is
know.
that from the Himalayas?
I don't know what basmati rice even means, honestly. I don't know if...
It's a rice. It's a special rice grown in I think it's grown in the Himalayas. I should look this up for next time because we have it at every meal, so we should know. The thing that makes it quite unique that I do know is that it's aged. It's aged rice. They let it sit around for a couple of years before they actually package it and send it to you. But I should look up that and find out why they do that. But I do know it's aged. I do know it has a lovely aroma. The grains, the rice grains are very, they're always very separate, and you can see that there's no clumping. And did you eat a chili? We are going to make a shahi paneer, and it's similar. It's a little sweeter, probably not as spicy. This is quite spicy. Have some yogurt.
I can feel it just radiating.
And it's hot today anyway. It's just like super hot. So.
And I'm wearing a beanie.
Well, the reason people in hot countries have hot, spicy food because as you perspire,
toxins.
It cools. No, yeah, maybe toxins.
Okay.
Perspiring is your body's way of cooling your body down. As the air evaporates all the moisture off your body, it's cooling.
And releasing toxins.
And releasing toxins. Yes.
You know that's why people go in the saunas
to release toxins.
I guess.
Oh, it is.
And there's also hot yoga. Remember hot yoga? That was a big fad. Like where you're like in like a sauna kind of atmosphere, and then you're doing yoga. Namaste.
Namaste. Oh, don't forget.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like button. And check out the links below because all this whole menu, the subji of green beans and potatoes, and this yummy spicy butter paneer masala, basmati rice, and a sweet cool yogurt. All the recipes are in the links below, and you can even print out a shopping list to take with you to the store.
Wow. Wow.
Try that again, Daphne.